Welcome back to Sister Circle Live. He is one of the most respected and beloved actors on stage, screen, and television. And he's also best known for his Oscar-winning role in Officer and a Gentleman.
Oh, absolutely. He is a social activist, educator, and author who has dedicated his life to service. Please welcome Academy Award-winning actor Louis Gossett Jr.
Welcome, welcome.
Oh, what a blessed event to be here. In
We
the
are
middle of all
so-
you lovely. Oh, my goodness.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My great-grandma used to say, my great-grandma would probably say, good God and a quarter.
All right, yes. We really do appreciate you being here. You are a living legend. You
Thank you,
really
ma'am.
are.
Thank you.
At what point in your life did you know you were going to get into show business, and how did that transpire for
Well,
you?
I wanted to be a doctor and an athlete. I figured to be a doctor by way of sports.
Wow.
And so my first job on Broadway was when I was 17, so I was still in high school. And then I didn't get in my system, until I went to a Raisin in the Sun. And at the same time, I was drafted to the New York Knicks rookie.
Are you kidding me?
So 1959. So I went up there, and they didn't have no money. I mean, the rookies, there was a fist fighting and stuff, so I decided, I'm going to try show business, because I had more money in my pocket than they had in the bank.
I know that's right.
It's a different ballgame today.
It is. It's different.
But I joined Lorraine Hansberry and Sidney Poitier, and it got into my system. And ever since 1959,
Wow.
I've been a professional actor.
59, so that you've spanned over 6 decades in this industry. And so did you ever think that that your career would be so long-lasting?
It's lightning in a bottle, especially during those times. There was nothing but Sidney Poitier at the time.
Yeah, yes.
And here I am with Sidney. So I put my hand on his belt. So let him follow. But it's history. It's nice to be history. At the time, they don't know what's history or not, but it is history.
It is.
And
Yeah,
hopefully
it
it encourages other young actors to try this stuff.
Wow. With such a vast career, I gotta know, what's your favorite role or your favorite film?
Well, I'm very fortunate to have a couple of them. Of course, The Raisin in the Sun, of course, and The Officer and Gentleman, Iron Eagle and all that. But my favorite experience was Enemy Mine.
Oh, one of my favorites.
When I had to create a character from scratch, from another planet. So I had to study with a ballet instructor, a yoga, and a martial artist, so I could do my body different ways.
Right.
And then a speech pattern, That came from when I was 5 years old.
Really?
Yeah, that's how Lone Range Entente would So I pulled all the stuff in, and it was tough, painful.
And you were responsible for making that character.
I did that, from scratch.
Okay, so I have to shift just for a second, y'all. How did you develop that character into being hermaphroditic and being able to spawn itself and just it was an amazing character. It really was. So what was your thought process?
Well, the guy wrote it down, so I said, this is what I have to try and figure out how to do. And somewhere along the line, we are probably all that anyway back in the good old days. There's two halves of a heart now, but the heart's still connected, which is why I guess it's your turn now to run things and rely on your grace and your sensitiveness and your forgiveness. It's your turn.
Yeah.
So we're still connected at the heart. So this character, who was a hermaphrodite, started from that time when he was only one character. As we evolve here in this country, of course, we separated, We're still the same, y'all and me.
Yes, sir. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you're winning an Oscar for Officer and a Gentleman. So, but after that happened, how did your career change after that moment?
Very, very funny, both in Roots, when I got the Emmy, and then the Oscar, got very little work.
Really?
The television, thank goodness for Norman Lear, the Jeffersons, and Good Time. They couldn't find something for me. It took them a year to try and find something.
Why do you think that was?
Because before that, I don't think I was expected to win.
Oh, okay.
I didn't expect myself to win, because there was James Mason, it was his last movie, and there was Robert Preston in his last movie. I said, well, I'm in the top 5. Until my agent hit me in the elbow with the just said your name. So I just thanked everyone and stuff, but it was a piece of history that the industry was not prepared for.
Okay.
Really getting prepared now, aren't they?
They really are. They don't have a choice anymore. It's almost
right.
segued now.
You played Fiddler in Alex Hazley's Roots.
Yeah.
Did you know that it was going to be that successful at the time where you were filming for that movie?
No, we thought it was special for us. So we're very grateful for ABC to put our story finally on the screen that we already knew in living rooms and kitchens and stuff. We knew about it. All of a sudden it's on national TV, and they were worried about the South. The whole world stopped to see it. So that, once again, that's lightning in a bottle,
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a
sir.
feeling we're going to have something like that about again in about 2
I
years.
think it's time. I think
It's time. You know, it's time for y'all, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of time, we're going to have more with the legendary Louis Gossett Jr. when we come back. So just stay right here. You might as well.
That was phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
and then you get like a 10